Hi everybody, today we're going to be doing a basic tap beginner class. So it's going to consist of kind of some basic warm-up steps, a lot of drills that you can practice over and over again, and then I'll link to my Spotify playlist that I'm using for this class so that you can practice the combinations over and over again. So we'll do some warm-ups, we'll learn a lot of basic terminology and practice a lot of these steps, and then we'll put them together for a short combo at the very end. So we start with some toe drops. You're picking up the foot and then bouncing the toe on the ground. Only the toe tap is coming into contact with the floor, and then I'm using the whole leg, bouncing it up and down. When I add in the first set of heels, I'm going to drop that heel on the ground, keeping the toe attached to the ground. So just bopping your heel up and down. Then we're going to take that toe and turn it to the outside of us. Again, 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1. And then we'll swing that heel out again. We'll do 16 of each of those on the right foot. Then we're going to bring the left foot in. And again, we're bouncing the toe up and down, just the toe tap coming into contact with the floor. And then we drop the heel, leaving the toe on the floor. Now this next set of toes, I leave my heel on the floor and I drop the toe down. So this is a little different than the first set of toes. The first set of toes, the whole leg moves. And then the second set of toes, just the toe drops with the heel staying attached to the floor. The heels both times are the same. Toe stays attached, and then the heel drops up and down. We're going to start with that right leg doing 16 toe taps, bouncing the whole leg up and down so that just the toe tap is hitting the ground. Then when we add the heel in, we're going to leave that toe attached to the ground and bounce that heel up and down. Then we're going to do the toes a little bit different. We're going to leave the heel attached to the ground and tap the toe up and down. We'll do that again for 16. And then we'll use that heel again, leaving the toe attached to the ground. So altogether it'll look like this. I'm just going to do the 4s for now, but in the combination we do 16s, 8s, 4s, 2s, and 1s. So 4s would look like this. Toe, 2, 3, 4. Heel, 2, 3, 4. Toe, 2, 3, 4. Heel, 2, 3, 4. After we're done with the full set of 16, we then transition the weight over to the right foot, picking up the left foot, and repeat it with the left foot. After you're done with the left side, again, you transition the weight over to your left foot, picking up the right foot. And then from there, as long as Cindy doesn't block me, that's what I figured. We're just going to do some simple toe heels. Cindy, move. Move. Hey, no, move this way. Or that way. Going toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. We'll do these 8 times, and then we'll change this to some heel toes. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. We'll do those 8 times, and we'll repeat the toe heels and the heel toes, kind of just working on warming up our feet and transferring the weight back and forth between the right and the left legs. All right, now let's try that with some music. Five, 6, 5, 6. Here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now your heel. And toe. Left foot. right, so our next combo is going to be some toe drops and heel drops. So I'm going to walk you through those and show you how those work, and then we'll introduce a little combo that you can work through them with. All right, so starting with our feet about hip width apart right underneath us, we're going to just drop our toes right and left, back and forth. So we keep the heel attached to the ground and you just drop the toe right, left, right, left. Now I'm keeping my knees nice and loose with a slight bend in them so that the toes can drop and I can bounce my whole body up and down, just really feeling the beat of the music with my body. If you have your knees locked, you're relying a lot on the front of your legs to lift those toes up. So if you keep a nice loose knee, you can rock back and forth and it's a little easier on your legs. You do the same thing with your heels, dropping the heels back and forth. To transition back and forth between the toes and the heels, you'll just do an even number. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then switch to your heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to toes. And heels. And toes. Heels. All right, we're going to start with 16 of those toe drops back and forth, then 16 heels, 8 toes, 8 heels, 4 toes, 4 heels, and then we'll go down to 2 toes and 2 heels, and we'll do that, the set of 2s repetitively. And remember, you can always rewind and try this again, or try it on your own without me listening to the playlist. Six, 7, 8. We go 1, 2. Now switch to your heels. 1, 2. Now 8. We go 8, 7, 6, 5. Heels. 4. Heels. 4. 2. 2. Now, if you're looking for an extra challenge, you can also take that up to double tempo. So after you've practiced that several times, go ahead and try it even faster. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, heels. 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to go ahead and show you that all the way through with the music so you have something to practice along with. If I push the play button. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. Heels. Toes for 8. 4, 4, 2. How'd you do? Okay, our next step that we're going to learn is a flap. So a flap makes 2 sounds, and it's a brush and a tap or a brush and a step. So I will break that down, show you some nice close-ups of how that works, and then we'll learn a combo related to flaps. All right, flap is going to be a brush touch or a brush step. For right now, we're going to focus on the brush touch. So taking one foot off the ground, you're going to use only the toe tap, not the heel tap at all. No heels and flaps. You're going to brush that toe tap along the ground and then tap it. So you have brush tap, brush tap, brush tap. Now I'm keeping my ankle nice and loose and waving it around, not tense. So I don't want to kick around too much. That's going to result in less sound because you're going to be hitting down here in the middle of the foot and not with this toe tap. So I'm trying to only make contact with my tap board with just the metal part of the shoe. So nice relaxed ankle, it's just hanging there. I'm not purposefully flexing, I'm just letting the ankle relax. Try it with your left foot. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a heel into that on our standing leg. So we're going to go brush tap and then a heel on the standing leg. All right, try that with your left foot. Heel is now on the right foot. So brush tap or flap with your left foot and then heel with the right foot. How's it going? All right, let's review those again. So we have flaps, just a brush tap. We have flap heel going brush tap heel. We're going to take it one step further and we're going to add a flap heel heel. So as you can guess, this is now going to make 4 sounds. Flap. And now I'm going to add in a heel with the foot that just did the flap and then do the heel on the standing leg. Now my weight's going to kind of rock forward onto that flapping foot before it comes back to my standing leg, and that's going to allow me to pick up the flapping foot to do another one. So I would go flap, heel, heel. Flap, heel, heel. Try it with your left foot. So now on the left foot, I flap with the left foot, and then I do a left heel, and then bring it back to my standing leg of my right heel. Left, right. All right, we're going to practice those flaps. We're going to do 8 to the front, 8 to the side, 8 to the front, and then we'll do 7 to the side so that we can step and then switch sides. We'll do that right and left. And then we'll repeat the exact same pattern with flap heels, right and left. And then we'll repeat that with flap heel heels, a little slower on the flap heel heels. So we're not going to use any music on this so that we can go nice and slow. Here we go. 8 flaps to the front with your right foot. 5, 6, 7, 8. And side. Back to the front. Seven to the side. Now with the left foot. To the side. Eight to the front. 8 to the, or 7 to the side, sorry. Now we're going to do the same pattern for lap heels. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now 7. Left side. Now 7. Now 2 heels. To the side. Back to the front. Seven to the side. I think that was 7. And the left side. To the side. Eight to the front. And 7 to the side. I think I did 8 there, but you get the idea. You can just practice these back and forth. All right, we're going to set our flaps to some music. So we're going to do 4 flaps to the front and then only 3 to the side with a step to switch sides. And we'll do that to the left. And then we'll add the flap heels in the exact same pattern, 4 to the front, 3 to the side with a step to switch sides. And then we'll do flap heels half tempo, but the same exact pattern, 4 to the front, 3 to the side with a step to switch sides. Here we go.
Okay is alright with me. Some things are just meant to be. It never comes easily.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I'm practically never still. More likely to move until
Side.
I end up alone at will. Life continues inching along.
Left side.
When the day comes, I get lost on her time. She's my so sweet, and she's always gonna be.
Add a heel.
When I return to her arms and her eyes, it might not be the same, but it's alright with me. Okay is alright with me. Some people are scared to say what's happening frequently, but I would never shy from a fight.
2 heels.
Heartbeat with a high demand. Of who go hand in hand. But I'm sick of disordered plans. I wanna spend the rest of my life.
3 to the side.
When the day comes, I get lost on her time. She's much too sweet, and she's always gonna be.
To the left.
When I return to her arms and her eyes, it might not be the same, but it's alright with me.
3 side.
It's alright with me. It's alright with me. It's alright with me. Okay, it's
How did it go?
alright with me.
All right, you can also take those flaps and flap heels and change them up a little bit by putting your weight on the foot after you do the flap. So these are what I'm going to refer to as traveling flaps. They're a little harder to do when you're confined to a tap board. So if you're choosing to tap dance just in your socks on like your kitchen floor or your carpet, you have a little more flexibility for how much you're going to move. In this case, because my board is about 3 feet by 4 feet, I'm going to have to do about 8 one direction and then turn around and go the other way. So changing direction is totally optional. If you're not confined by space, feel free to just keep going in the same direction. All right, so these flaps, I'm still up on the balls of my feet. The heels are not involved in this, but instead of a brush touch, I'm gonna do a brush step. Pretend you can still see my feet. Flap, brush step, brush step, brush step. All right, you can add a heel to these as well, but unlike when we were standing in one spot, Cindy, can you move? Come on over here, baby. There you go, good girl, good girl. Cindy, sit. Come on, no. Cindy, excuse me, sit. Thank you, now stay. Now we can add a heel to this, but instead of doing a flap with our heel on the back foot, I'm actually gonna do the heel on the foot I'm flapping with. So I'm gonna go flap, heel, and that's going to be my weight transfer forward so that I can do the next foot. So these are great to do walking around your house while you're cleaning. I would say the grocery store, but some of us aren't going to the grocery store very often these days. So just wherever you're walking around, practice your flap heels. I'm going to give you a little bit of close-up of how those look as I fall off my board. So here's a close-up of what those are looking like. So the flaps are just on the ball of the foot. And then the flap heels are adding Cindy, why you gotta be on my board, girl? Here's my board. You want to tap dance? Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to tap dance? I think she's trying to learn how to tap dance, guys. I can't. Okay, our next step we're going to learn is a shuffle. So this is another step that makes two sounds, and again, it only uses your toe tap. So a shuffle is actually a brush that's going to kick out and then in, and I'll show you a couple different ways to do shuffles, and then we'll work through those. Sorry, dog's hitting my leg. All right, so the shuffle, again, only using your toe tap, is going to be a swing of the leg. So I'll use my left foot here for you. So I'm just going to swing the leg out and in, brushing the toe tap on the floor. Again, I'm not flexing that foot and trying to kick back and forth. I'm really relaxing my foot and my toes and my ankle and just letting the foot swing back and forth so the toe tap is only in contact with the floor. So this is shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right, we really want to think about the fact that it's more of our knee coming up. So I'll step back here so you can see my knees a little better. So my shuffle is not going back and forth like a full pendulum swinging behind me. I'm really just picking it up in front of me and going shuffle and thinking about picking that knee up. Sandy, I'm going to need you to not chew on the bone because that makes noises, okay? You can have it later. All right, so again, we're shuffling front and back, picking the knee up, front and back. So let's practice that. Let's just do 7 in a step on the right foot and 7 in a step on the left foot, and let's do that 2 times through. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shuffle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and step. Left side. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. 6, 7. Try it again. 1, 2. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do 4 of those shuffles exactly the same way, and then we're going to do, hi, Cindy, hi, baby. Oh, yes. Everyone, this is Cindy. She loves to stand on my tap board. Say hi, Cindy. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Hi. Oh, those are my shoes. You can't stretch on them. Yes. Say hi, Cindy. Okay. Can you go lay down on your pillow? All right, back to business. Hi. Or not. Sandy, wait, no. Can you come up here and lay down? Thank you, lay down. No, don't jump on me, you will fall. All right, so now we're gonna try those shuffles, and we're gonna do 4 shuffles, nice and even, just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're gonna do, waiting for the dog, Cindy. We're going to do 4 shuffles with more of a swung rhythm. So they're going to go out, in, and hold. So it'll sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's try that with the left side now. So we're going to do, again, 4 shuffles. I'm doing a slightly side shuffle just so you can see more of what I'm doing with my feet. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Again. All right, we're going to set that to some music. It's going to be that exact same pattern that we just did. 4 shuffles, nice and even. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in. And then 3 shuffles faster. Shuffle, 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 and a step to switch sides. We're going to repeat this right, left, maybe some more right, lefts. Depends on how we're feeling. Ah, dog. Cindy wants to say hi. Say hi, Cindy Lou. Say hi. Oh. Oh. Yes, yes. Hi, baby. Hi. Cindy clearly loves it when I tap dance at home. All right, let's try this again. Starting with the right foot, 4 slower shuffles. Are you being a tap dancer? Are you being a tap dancer?
I might have to wait. I'll never give up. I guess it's half time and the other.
Okay, our next step we're going to learn is called a paradiddle, and it makes 4 sounds, and all 4 sounds are on the same foot. So you're going to start with a heel, and then a spank, and then a toe heel. And I'm going to break that down and show it to you, but you're not going to see my face anymore so that you can focus on my feet. Here we go. All right, so that paradiddle is going to start with a dig, and this is using the heel tap for the first time now. And we're going to dig that heel into the floor, and then we're going to do a spank, bringing that right toe down to hit the floor as we swing our leg back. So it's kind of like that second half of a shuffle. And then we're going to put our foot down, toe, heel. So again, that goes dig, spank, toe, heel. Dig, spank, toe, heel. Dig, spank, toe, heel. All right, let's try it on the left foot. Hi, Cindy again. Dig, spank, toe, heel. All right, but we don't want to do them always just on one foot over and over again. We actually prefer to alternate them back and forth between our right and our left foot. So what I'm going to do is 1 paradiddle on my right foot, dig, spank, toe, heel. And then as I'm doing that toe, heel, I'm going to pick up the left foot so that I'm ready to use my left foot for my next paradiddle. Dig, spank, and then toe, heel. Dig, spank, toe, and switch. Dig, spank, toe, and switch. Let me turn around so if that might be easier for you to follow. We have dig, spank, toe, and switch. Dig, spank, toe, and switch. Dig, spank, toe, switch. Dig, spank, toe, switch. All right, now one of my favorite ways to put this into a combination is to do 7 paradiddles in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then with my left foot, I'm going to do 2 stomps. That's stomp with an O, S-T-O-M-P. And it means I'm going to put the whole foot down at once and pick it right back up. I don't put any weight on it. So I do that 2 times. And then I start the whole combination over with my left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and now my stomps are with my right foot. All right, we're going to try that with some music. All right, paradiddles, 7, 2 stomps. 7, 8, we go. Repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so expanding on those shuffles a little bit, we can add steps and other things in between our shuffles to kind of spice them up a little bit. So here's a quick little combo that we're going to do that's going to show you how to utilize those shuffles a little bit. So this is going to be a shuffle ball change with a shuffle step. Here it is. All right, so I'm going to take my shuffle and I'm going to swing my right leg out and in. And then I'm just going to step back front. And this is called a ball change, back front. And then I'm going to do a shuffle step. Shuffle, and then step. Then I'm going to do it with my left foot. Shuffle out, in, step back front, and then shuffle step. Let's go ahead and try that. Just right, left several times. Breaking it down one more time. We're going to do right foot, shuffle out, in, and then stepping back front, and then shuffle step together. Left foot, shuffle, back front, shuffle step. Here we go. Couple of times all the way through. Right, left, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go shuffle, ball, change, shuffle, step. 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 All right, so I put together a short little combo for you. There's 2 parts that you need to learn, and you're going to do each part right and left, and we're going to be dancing to the song, How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You. So I'll get started on teaching this through with my handy dandy note sheet, because anyone who takes class with me knows I always have my note sheet ready. So we're going to start with a flap heel to the front, and then the side, and then the front of your right leg. And it'll look like this, just like we did in our flap introduction. We go flap with a heel on our standing leg, flap to the side, heel on your standing leg, flap to the front, heel on your standing leg, and I'm going to transfer my weight over. So I'm going to do the flap to the side, and then put my heel down and pick up the left foot. Now I'm going to repeat this on my left side. Flap, heel, front, flap, heel, side, flap, heel, front, and then my flap heel to the side, the fourth one is going to go flap, transfer the weight. Let's try that a third time with the right leg. And now the fourth time I repeat this, I'm going to change it up a little. I'm going to go flap, heel, touch, flap, heel, touch. So let's review that one more time. We go flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, switch. Switch. And switch. Then flap, heel, touch, flap, heel, touch. Then I'm going to go ahead and repeat that on the left side as well. So that repetition on the left side would look like this. Flap, heel. Now I change it up. Flap, heel, touch. All right, so that's part one, both right and left. Let's run that with the music.
How sweet it is, how sweet it is to be loved by you.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Beneath the shelter of one's arms, there you were. Needed someone to understand my ups and downs. There you were.
Left side.
Where's the feel of love and emotion? Deeply touching my emotion. I want to stop. Thank you, baby. I want to
Flap,
stop.
heel, touch.
Thank you, baby. Yes, I do. How sweet.
All right, let's go ahead and learn part two then. So part two is going to work on our shuffles a little bit. So we're going to go shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step. Shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step. And then we're going to do 2 paradiddles, but you're going to start with your left foot because you just stepped on the right foot. So paradiddle goes dig, spank, toe, heel, dig, spank, toe, heel. And now you can repeat that starting with your left foot. Shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Let's try both of those, side right and side left together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Left side, shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step. Paradiddle, paradiddle. All right, let's try just part two to the music.
Thank you, baby. I want to stop. Thank you,
5,
baby.
6, 7, 8.
How sweet it is to be loved by you. Feel so fine. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night.
All right, so now we're going to walk through parts 1 and 2, both right and left, without the music. So nice and slow, we go flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, switch, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, heel, flap, switch. Third time, and switch. Now we change it up, flap, heel, touch, flap, heel, touch. Left side, flap, heel, switch, and switch. Third time, change it up, flap, heel, touch, flap. Now part 2, shuffle, ball change. Shuffle, step, then paradiddles. 1 and 2. Left side goes shuffle, ball change, shuffle, step. 2 paradiddles. All right, all the way through with the music. And I'm going to go ahead and do the entire combination twice through. So after I finish part 2, right and left, I'm just going to go right back into the right side of part 1 so you can run it a couple of times. 5, 6, 7. All right, that's all I have for you today. So hopefully you enjoyed learning some of your basic tap steps. I'm going to chime back in later this week with a Tap Basics Part 2 and introduce a few more steps to you and kind of build on what I've already covered. So see you later this week.